Welcome back to Exploration and Tactics with Brian. I was over by the farm and an Enderman teleported up right next to me. So I'm just sitting in an area that I'd marked out for fishing. I have blocks above the top so that the ice can't refreeze right here. And the Enderman just like teleported right over here while I was at the fishing spot. I had been doing some fishing off camera since the previous episode, and I did manage to get my hands on some salmon as opposed to raw fish. So I just want to repeat a scientific test that we did earlier involving the polar bears. And so let's see if by any chance I can right-click on them with salmon, because that's the only other thing I could imagine they might like. Doesn't seem like I can. And if I just drop one on the ground, doesn't seem like he does anything with it. Alright. I really want to do more science with those guys, but I feel like I need them to reproduce, because I want to try killing them and seeing what their drops are and various things. So I'm not sure exactly what I ought to do about that. I'll have to think about it a bit more. Since the previous episode, I've also built some more on the sky rail, and so I just want to try to connect up a few sections and a bit more of kind of an extended rail. Oops, hey, come back. I need that. I think once all of these spots are connected and I don't have kind of stops in the middle, it will be the case that I have enough rails already to get the on a rail achievement, so I expect we will get that today, but I will take you guys out to the end of where I've built the rail right now, because there's another new cave system that I want to go explore, and we'll do that next. So this is the new current end of the sky rail. It looks like there's some cave systems over here. You can just barely see in the distance where it turns to come over here as we reach the ocean over here. But I realized that I forgot to make a ladder, so I'm going to go do that, but I did patch up the rails along the way, and so it should be the case that we can ride the sky rail now continually and get the on a rail achievement, because I'm pretty sure it's more than 1,000 blocks. So I'm just going to speed up the footage and we'll see if we can get the achievement. You know, I don't know if the achievement is currently unlocked, actually. Where is that? Achievements on a rail. Yes, it should be unlocked. Alright, so here's a little fast forward segment and you can see what the entirety of the sky rail looks like so far. We're coming up on the base, and I haven't gotten the achievement yet, but I'm pretty sure I can just stay in the cart, and I think so long as you stay in the cart the entire time, it will register the achievement, even if you kind of stop along the way. So we will continue going back to the east, through the other section, and hopefully get the achievement. Hey, there's the achievement, on a rail, and just in time because I did have still some stops in this section of the rail system, and I'd forgotten about it, so I might want to connect those up at some point. Alright, but we managed to get the achievement on a rail in episode, I think this is episode 8, so that's not bad. I'll stop back by the base, I will get some gravel and ladders, and we will go down to do some caving. I have not done any ladder drop practice, so this could be unintentionally hilarious, but I think I know in principle what I've done wrong in the past, and so let's see. There we go. If I aim way below my feet so that I'm never intersecting where I'm trying to place the ladder, that seems to work reasonably well. So that should be my strategy whenever I'm trying to ladder drop, is make sure I'm aimed the mouse cursor way downward. But at this point, we have a way to get back up to the sky rail over here. So let's try out some spelunking. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm still not 100%... Well, I feel all better at this point, but my voice is not recovered. In fact, yesterday I had practically no voice at all. And today, yeah, it sounds like it's coming back. It doesn't sound like it's all there yet. But I'm eager to play once again. And so here we are. Hopefully this is going to be a cave system that actually goes down somewhere. I do hear a zombie at least. And let's see. Which weapons do I want to use? We could use the pickaxe. We could use the sword. I think I just called it the pickaxe rather than the axe. I know what the names of Minecraft weapons are called. It doesn't look like this is necessarily going to turn anywhere. I'm going to grab a few ores that we saw. I did see another cave entry that's nearby, so we'll head over there next. The sun is going down, so there's where we just came down from, but right over by this tree, or maybe this tree, one of these two trees. I guess it's the one that's farther away. Pretty sure I spied a cave system opening as well. There might be one right there, too. Let's look over here, because this looked like a... Yeah, this looks like it has potential. Alright, that turns out to be just a through cave. In the other direction, does it go anywhere? Please? Maybe? Oh, dear. Can't find a cave to save my life. Alright. Alright, no caves to be found. I do see another one of these guys, and I do want to keep, ouch, killing them, so that we can try to discover if they might have any rare drops. That guy didn't seem to drop anything useful. But I think at this point, if there's no good cave systems around here, I should just keep building the sky rail. So I think that's what I'll do. Back at home, I am kind of running low on iron. And I have no recollection of how many coins I have. And so let's go ahead and craft up some sets of rails. Looks like just over 100 here. Yeah, I was starting with kind of like practically 0 coins. But that's okay. And yeah, I've got plenty of cobblestone, so I'm just going to make as many rails as I can make with the iron stores that I have sitting around. There's definitely something that's now kind of like broken with the drag. I guess if you go outside the grid, is that what it is? It no longer... Like if I stay in here, it'll spread them around. If you were watching my mouse cursor very carefully there. But if I go outside and then try to come back in, no, now it's still working. There's something that's definitely changed, and it's not good. Not that any of this interface has ever been any good, but it's even worse than it used to be. So good job, Mojang. In any case, I've got almost 4 stacks of rails, and so I'll also grab 4 stacks of cobble and try to extend the sky rail out a good bit further and see what we can get to. I have built the sky rail out a bit further. It looks like there might be a cave over there, or right here. It's nighttime, but I figure we'll just try this again. Hopefully I won't screw it up. Especially... Oh, crap! No! Oh, I caught myself. I did not want to lose all the coins that we just crafted from all the rails. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. That definitely could have gone much worse. Alright, but I'm going to go ahead and build this back up, and then we'll pop into a few of these places. We desperately need a cave system. And if I don't find more gold, because I didn't have any gold for the powered rails coming out here, if I don't find more gold, I think we'll head back to the Mesa, where we saw the Mineshaft that had some gold, like up at high levels, and hopefully that means there'll be more gold around there. I think that is another one of these dudes who needs to be picked off. Okay, great. Let's go check him out in a moment. It does look like there's a cave down here. Did he drop anything? Oh, crap. There's the spider. I heard him. Didn't immediately see him. Okay, it's just a normal skeleton over there. Let's see. I want to check my inventory really quick because I thought I picked up a second thing. Slowness arrows. He drops slowness arrows occasionally. Okay, fascinating. If he drops them one at a time... I don't know... Oops, crap. Okay, let's just head down here. I don't know how valuable that is. This cave system doesn't really go anywhere either. Gosh darn it. Oh, there is a little bit of iron down here, so that's something. Interesting. So he can drop slowness arrows as a rare drop. It seems he drops them one at a time, just like normal arrows. Assuming that they don't have spawners, like assuming that that just spawns out of like a normal skeleton spawner, I suppose that means if you made a like normal skeleton farm, you would occasionally get some slowness arrows. You could like stock up on them a little bit that way. But that's not very exciting. I was hoping possibly like he might drop some kind of like super enchanted bow that would automatically turn arrows into slowness arrows or something like that. Would have been kind of more exciting to me, I think. Alright, but in any case, this first... Hi zombies, I'm just going to run past you. This first little cave didn't seem to pan out. Pretty sure there was one over here, and I know how to get to it. Yeah, it looked like there's a hole right down here. So we'll check this one out as well, and hope that this one goes down farther into an actual cave system, maybe? Ugh. Just in case there are any other drops, let's continue to kill these guys each and every time we see them. I think I might have just given him slowness, because I think I had that arrow first in my inventory. Yeah, so I just spent my slowness arrow. But that's fine, because one slowness arrow is not going to do a lot for you. And then I have enough arrows that I don't mind trying to pick you off at range as well. Although I can probably finish you off like that. Ah, just out of range. There we go. And then I wanted to peek over here just to double check that there wasn't like another cave system. I think this is just like a round room kind of thing. It does look like there might be another cave over here. Alright. Bunny rabbit, are you leading me down into a cave? It seems like you might be. And of course it dead ends. Gosh darn it. What's a guy got to do to find a cave in Minecraft? Alright, how about back out in this direction? I stopped to mine some iron. It looks like this is going to stop too. Darn, darn, darn. Alright, the sun is just starting to rise. I went back up onto the sky rail. We looked there. We look there. I don't think that's a cave there or there. But I guess I could take a look at them. It looks like there might be some kind of ravine kind of thing over there, maybe? Yeah, this is a surface cave too. If I had a nickel for every cave that didn't actually go down into the underground, well, rather than having a nickel, if I had a few pieces of iron ore for each piece, then I'd have 47 iron ore, which is what I found surface caving apparent entrances that aren't actually cave entrances. Yuck. Alright, this cave at least seems to have some zombie villagers in it. And so if bad guys are spawning, presumably that means there's a bit of space down here, maybe? So maybe we'll actually find something that heads downwards and I'll be able to get some gold. Or maybe not. Well, I had some dungeon luck in some previous episodes. I'm not sure that I'm going to have it today. I'm going to have to do some heavy editing, I expect, in order to make this watchable. Huh. And the other thing I realized is I've done all this traveling further out on the sky rail, and we still haven't found any new biomes or any animals that I can actually breed. And so my luck is definitely not going my way today. So for lack of other great options, I'm just going to go ahead and craft up a bunch more rails. And we will, I think, have enough in order to buy the next recipe, which comes at 420, I think. Let's see, we're up to 400. Yeah, that should definitely be enough then. Great. So we're up to 448 coins. Next recipe is 420, and the next recipe to buy is diamond armor. And so we'll go ahead and buy it, just to go ahead and cross it off the list. Not that I plan to make diamond armor anytime soon, since I only have 8 diamonds. But yeah, we managed to get another 3 and change stacks of rails, and so I will continue the sky rail out further, and we'll see what we can manage to find. I changed my mind. I decided there wasn't a whole lot of point of continuing to build on the sky rail if I didn't have the powered rails to go with. And so, I'm going to leave a torch here to make that easier to find, though I could always craft another boat. The easiest place I know to get gold, to get the powered rails, I don't know about easiest necessarily, but one place that ought to be able to get them, and should be interesting, is in this crazy, hey, yeah, right here, abandoned mineshaft that appears up in the Mesa hills. And yeah, even if we could only get like 18 gold or something, like that would already be like, oh wow, can find it like in this one vein, it looks like. That would already be a huge boon in terms of the powered rails for being able to power up the sections that I've already built and the sections that I would be building soon. But let's just try to do some exploring and see how much gold we can manage to find, and also see if we find any other surprises here in this crazy hilltop abandoned mineshaft. There's gold in them there hills. Hey, look at this. Early in, I find a dungeon. Zombie dungeon. I don't know that we need a zombie dungeon, but this is good. So we can earn some coins. Another 208 coins, and I guess there's, yeah, more coins in here. We're up to 348. 430 would be the next recipe, which would be a bucket. Which, a bucket would actually be a real game changer. So that would be pretty exciting. Okay, this is just the side of the dungeon we just found. Hey, here's a abandoned minecart chest. This just has Minecraft's default loot in it, but it's got a couple of powered rails in there. And I think my first name tag, perhaps. Did I find another name tag? I can't recall. If only I had some animals that I wanted to name. A cow or a sheep would be pretty exciting at this point. But at least we're finding a lot of gold. And if I really wanted to, I could even harvest the rails out of this place and use them for rails for building the sky rail as well. But iron has not been that hard to come by. And since crafting rails earns us some coins, it seems like it's kind of the more efficient thing to do things that way. Yeah, so I assume, I don't actually know, I presume that these will potentially go deep down underground, but it could be that they, oh, look at this, feather falling too. Some torches, some lapis, some redstone, okay, some things that I don't mind having, but I don't know if these are only, like, it might be the case that they're only surface structures or something, and maybe the gold only spawns on the surface. It didn't come to occur to me to wonder if the kind of surface ore generation here in the Mesa has changed. I wonder if possibly the underground ore generation has changed as well. But I would hope that one of these abandoned mine shafts is actually going to lead me downstairs in order to try to do some science on that. Item repair. Here's another minecart chest. Let's deal with the creeper first. Someone in a previous episode was saying you should craft a shield. And a shield is one of the things that if I buy a couple more recipes, I actually will know how to craft. The zombies are kind of getting caught up on the corners over here, I can see, but that works in my favor. Ooh, hey, a golden apple is pretty cool. I think that's my second golden apple, because I think, ooh, is my inventory really already full? That is crazy. Beetroot seeds, I don't need that. I can craft these into sticks. Oh, melon seeds, I guess is another, it's a really awful food, but at least it's another type of food. And, yeah, I think those are all the things I would want. My inventory is already full, but I do have 31 gold ore and some powered rails, so this was already pretty productive. So I think I'm going to head back, extend the sky rail. I was just trying to find my way out. There's like a minecart that's like on the surface here, kind of far away from everything else, which I find hilarious for some reason. Okay, I just want to let him go ahead and blow up. I can't pick up the blocks anyway. Is there any stuff in here that I can stack into my inventory? Actually, a fair bit. I guess if I do that, I can grab those, and I can grab those, and I can grab those, and those, and what is this? Respiration 2? I would not mind taking that home. I'm never going to use the activator rails, I don't expect. And gunpowder is not too hard to come by, and so I will go ahead and grab the iron ingots as well. Great. Back at home, it just occurred to me that the beetroot seeds, I think even back in 1.9 when they were first introduced, beetroot is something that you could feed to pigs to breed them possibly. And so I'm starting to grow some beetroot. I also have planted melon and pumpkin seeds over here so that we could start growing them as well. So I'm going to work on these farms briefly. I am at one of the previous stops on the sky rail where we had tamed a wolf, and I did see some pigs out in the taiga over here. And so I want to see if indeed we can make the pigs happy with some beetroot, and if so, then I will build a little pen and start breeding them. I think I'll start breeding them out here, because it's better not to have kind of big animal pens and spawn chunks, I have found with previous seasons of exploration and tactics. But there are pigs over here, and I have some beetroots, and so let's see if I am holding the beetroot. Yes, they want to come to me, and they are willing to breed. Okay, great. So I am going to pen these guys in somewhere over here. Perhaps right over here where they are right now. Perhaps if they're full from, oops, from their delicious meal, they're not in the mood to move anywhere right now anyway. And so maybe this will work. That's probably actually not bad. I do have a fence gate on me, so let's leave a fence gate somewhere over in the corner here. And let me go see if I can find some other pigs anywhere nearby to attract in, or maybe these are the only live pigs who are around, because it might be just the one batch of pigs that I saw. Yeah, I don't immediately see any others nearby, so I may have killed all the others first time I came through here, but fortunately it seems like I left two. So we can start breeding some pigs with beetroot, and so I might bring some beetroot seeds over here as well, so I can just have a farm that's kind of near this area, although I'm not sure if there's any water source near here. I guess we're getting close to being able to buy the bucket. I wonder, do I have any more iron to craft more rails to try to get there? I don't think I do right now. I'm going to have to go back home and check my inventory. I hear a very loud zombie right here on the surface, so I'm just kind of curious, trying to look up and make sure that I can get some spots that if there is a zombie dungeon, that we can actually get some sunlight going down in here. It seems like it might just be a simple cave system. But it does sound like there's a number of zombies here, and if we can find another dungeon, that would be super terrific. Are you a dungeon? He's like, no, I'm a zombie. What are you talking about? How could I be a dungeon? But no, it seems like it was just a tiny little underground area that had some mobs spawn in it. Alright. I really have had no caving and dungeon luck today. Well, I guess we found the one dungeon in the abandoned mineshaft, so I can't complain too much. Looking through my inventory, I don't quite have enough iron to bring us up to being able to buy the next recipe. And I'm also completely out of cobblestone, and so I'm just going to quickly dig a stair step kind of down to bedrock, and I'm sure I'll find some iron along the way, and we can cook up a few more iron rails and try to buy the next recipe, because I'd really prefer to use up my coins before I go working on the sky rail once again. But you can see my little pumpkin and melon farm has already started to produce some fruit, so that's good. Alright, so I've dug up a bit more iron and cooked it up, and so hopefully, is this going to bring us to over 430? Yes, great. 460 coins. Okay, so we can buy the next recipe, which is a bucket, and a bucket is going to be a game changer as well, because with the bucket, if I wanted to, I could go to the nether, and I've already been thinking about where I want to build the nether portal, and it's out at the end of this place. Basically, this reaches the ocean, and then I can take a boat across the ocean to get to the Mesa. I would prefer to take a nether portal to get to the Mesa, and yeah, who knows what we might find in the nether as well, and so maybe next episode we'll start working on that. But basically, now that I've spent my coins and I'm back down to just 30 coins once again, I can also afford off camera to go building on the sky rail a big long ways, because I've managed to accumulate a bunch of rails in order to do that, and now I don't have to worry about dying of fall damage as much in case I am doing that when I'm off camera. It won't be a big deal if we lose 30 coins. So I think even though I don't feel like we got a whole lot of progress today, I feel like that's a good place to end it for today. And in future episodes, perhaps we'll go to the nether, perhaps we'll find some new biomes when exploring back out that way in the sky rail, and perhaps we'll be able to start eating some better food once I start breeding the pigs up a bit more. So all those things to look forward to. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.